it's very well put together, and I congratulate you on this program. And I'm grateful to you and your dad and your mom for being there for everyone,
Thank you. It's very rewarding. We love what we do.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hello.
Hello, Heather. How are you?
Hi, Sailesh. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
I just have a few questions, but really I just wanted to connect with you and see how you were doing. My first question is, how has your life changed since adopting a starch-based lifestyle?
Thank you. It's been amazing, actually. I feel great, physically. I've been maintaining it, So I started doing planks during the course. And at first I could do only 30 seconds. So now I'm at 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So it's physically, it's I got a lot out of that course, and my health has been great. And
well, I know you were already vegan before the course, but you obviously made some changes after going through the 12-day.
Yeah, I became pretty strict with my no oil. Because I don't know, do you remember how it happened? Your dad gave me this scholarship and said, you go do my course.
Yeah, he wanted you to see how beneficial the 12 days can be, and just fine-tuning your already healthy diet and what a difference it can make.
Yeah, it did make a huge difference, because I had passed out after eating a very oily dinner. And so that's how it happened, and then I went through all these tests, and they didn't find anything. So I think it was just my body reacting to the oily dinner.
And so you're doing great now.
Yeah, I've been doing great. I've been fairly strict about the no oil and whole food, plant-based, starch-based diet. And it's worked out great for me.
So can you tell us some of your favorite meals?
Well, I make a lot of Indian dishes. I make lemon rice. I make sambar. I make chutneys. I even take this. We actually made chutney with this watermelon rind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can take watermelon rind and just boil it and then grind it up, so you don't lose the fiber in the watermelon rind. Right?
That's great, using every part of the watermelon. I love that.
Yes, yeah, it's awesome, actually. The chutney is so awesome.
I bet it's really crunchy, because that rind, has a lot of crunch to it.
It does, but once you boil it, it's okay. It doesn't have the crunch. It's like regular chutney. So chutney is typically just spices and coconuts and ginger, and then you add whatever vegetable you want, whatever flavoring you want, and then you grind it up. So we do it with watermelon. I'm doing it with watermelon rind. And so we have a lot, because it's watermelon season now, right? Figuring out how to freeze some of it and keep it.
So what sort of physical changes have you noticed since you've given up oil?
Physically, I think I've maintained my weight. I had lost weight during the course itself. I had lost, I think, 5 or 6 pounds during the course, and then I maintained that. So 135 to 140 pounds is where I'm just floating around in that range. And some of the things that you taught us, like taking your blood pressure regularly and making sure that and I also got my blood test done regularly now, so I found I had a vitamin D shortage. I guess most people have it now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So those are little things that changed in me. And of course, I enjoyed the course, it was very well put together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to stay on track? I mean, do you just, some people say that it's too hard, making the meals is too hard, shopping is too hard. How has that been for you?
For me, it's not been that hard, mainly because I was already cooking vegan and I just had to figure out how to cook without oil, right? So, and I was already doing that too before I took the course. It's just that once I went and splurged on oil at a restaurant and I got sick. I mean, I passed out actually. So, so
Amazing what an effect,
I know.
something so seemingly innocent can have on your body.
Yeah, I think your body adjusts and then it says, okay, what was that? I wasn't expecting it. So puts me to sleep. So I've been more serious about my diet and my routines.
I'm really glad that you're doing well and we're able to have, just a lot of takeaways from the course, even though you've already been following this lifestyle for so long.
Right. Yeah, it was. It's very well put together, and I congratulate you on this program. And I'm grateful to you and your dad and your mom for being there for everyone.
Thank you. It's very rewarding. We love what we do.
Yeah, I can see that.
So is there anything you would like to share before we wrap up?
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Oh, goodness. I think just continue to be an ambassador, do what you do and have people ask questions. And I know my father loves it when you and he get together to speak at events, climate, that's his passion. And that's something that I know both you and he are very passionate about. And
yeah.
So I think that's the next step, helping our planet.
Right. It is.
And figuring out how we can do that. That's a tough one. It's
So
hard
I'm
enough
seeing
to
some
get people
encouraging
healthy.
stuff. Yeah. Seeing some encouraging signs, when the Prime Minister of India visited the White House, they served him a whole food plant-based meal.
I read about that. That was great.
And the chef who helped, come up with a menu is Nina Curtis. And I don't know if you know her, Nina Curtis. She's in, I think she's in the Los Angeles area. And she just posted on LinkedIn that she got appointed as a State Department ambassador for in the culinary corps or something like that. So she's a whole food plant-based chef who's there in the culinary corps.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So
changes are happening, not as fast as everyone wants them to, but I think, I was going to say, I think everyone can agree that eating more plants is a good thing, but I'm not sure that everybody's even there.
Yeah, I really think that the default vegan movement, the default veg movement, has the potential to really turn this around. Because there was a study done by Sodexo. Sodexo is the company that runs all the cafeterias in universities.
Mm-hmm.
And so they did a study where they offered students a vegan meal, healthy meal, and a meat-based meal. And apparently 31% of the students picked the vegan meal and 69% picked the meat-based meal. And then they offered them 2 vegan meals as default and said, if you want to add meat, we'll add it for you. But then this is the reason why we are making it vegan, because we want to reduce the carbon footprint and your health and so on. So they did some education around why they're serving the vegan as default. And 81% of the students picked the vegan meal.
Wow. That's great.
So it's like, you went from 31 to 81 just by making it the default.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm making it a little bit harder for you to go get the meat, right?
Sure. And also informing and educating. I think people just eat what they're served and they don't even think about what happened to get that on your plate, what was involved. And so, that's great. That's encouraging.
Yeah, it is. I really think that's the quickest way if leaders want to do it, it's the quickest way for them to do it, because you're not taking away anyone's choices, right? You're just saying, I'm just making it a little bit harder for you to destroy the planet.
Absolutely. The option's there, but you just have to ask for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
a little bit like smoking, right? So we made it harder for people to smoke, and then a lot of people gave up.
Yep.
I mean, so your environment, it's like, I think Dr. Doug Lyle talks about that, right?
Absolutely. Your environment, changing your environment. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so important. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. I'm glad
I
you're
wanted to
doing
give you
well.
that feedback, Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. And I really
Absolutely.
appreciate your team and you for what you do.
Thank you so much. Take care. Please
Take
keep
care.
in touch.